Time Is Running Out was the first sort of song that we had that I felt like Americans were sort of really digging it, you know, like, and the crowd really got into.
Absolution, it's the Muse third album. I think it was #1 all over Europe, and I'm sure it's going to be doing big things out in the States.
Time Is Running Out to me is a positive song. It's like, it's saying that time is running out, but it's not saying that it has run out, you know? It's like, it is running out. So there is still a chance. I mean, we started off in London, recording in London, but sort of halfway through we disappeared into Ireland and kind of, we made the most of the album in Ireland in a kind of more country type, sort of hidden place where it was like in the countryside, you know?
We focused a lot on, I think, on the drums and bass, and I think the approach we took to that was quite different. I think some of Rich's ideas and techniques.
Yeah, some of the recording processes we did were not exactly straightforward. We recorded some drums outside.
Set up some stuff outside in the studio in Ireland in a big courtyard to try and get some real natural ambience.
Yeah, some real fat bass lines on this album, and some real fat sort of drum, simple straight drum rhythm.
With an idea of focusing a bit on the groove.
Time Is Running Out.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Quite a few different versions of that song as well. We kind of had a sort of simple kind of bass line to start with, and then we always wanted to go for that kind of really simple drum beat over a sort of syncopated bass line kind of thing.
Chris mentioned that the original bass line was more funky and that it was inspired by the song Billie Jean by Michael Jackson.
It's probably sort of a little bit influenced by, you know, maybe stuff like Stevie Wonder and things like that. So we tried like 4 or 5 different versions of different grooves and things like that.
Eventually they settled on the final bass line, but it was now time to find the right sound for the bass intro. The band spent a whole day testing many different options.
2 big notes.
By the end of the day, they were using an acoustic bass guitar running through loads of pedals and amplifiers, but it still wasn't quite right. Later on, while working on another song, Matt was playing a Roland synth plugged directly into a Marshall amp. He played the intro of Time Is Running Out on it, and suddenly it clicked. That was the perfect sound they were after.
Again, we spent quite a bit of time like working on like body percussion sounds, slapping hands and slapping legs and clicking fingers and scratching heads and things. That's one of the elements that I think turned the song around from where it was initially.
Why does your music have such a depressive touch all the time?
I don't know. I think to some people it has a depressive touch, but I think to us and to a lot of people it's actually the opposite of that. You know, I think it's much more. I think the new album anyway has got loads more positive lyrics in it. I mean, singing about, you know, wanting to be the best and fighting for strength and all this. I mean, that's positive to me. I don't think that's depressive. I think the main theme on the album is the idea of things coming to an end of some description and trying to deal with the idea of things ending. You know, whether it be your life or your job, or whether it be your relationship or the world or whatever it might be. I think it's important for some people to see a separation between what is expressed in songs and what a person is in their everyday life. You know, I think in their everyday life I'm a very normal person, but I think in the music certain things which are very like deep fears or deep hopes and dreams, all that kind of stuff, I think it comes out in the music. You know, and sometimes people maybe think that means that I'm that kind of person all the time, but I mean obviously the songs represent moments of my life, not the whole life. You know.
I won't let you bury it. I won't let you smother it. I won't let you murder it.
Kind of singing about just like you feeling suffocated, like something imposing on your life when time is running out to make a change of some description. The process of change is what causes the need to want to write something. It's like wanting to document that change, you know, and that's because when you feel yourself changing, you feel that loss of self. That the fact that all the things like your friends, your family, your job, your money, all those things are actually just superfluous. They don't actually have any relevance to who we are, in my opinion. You know, as I said, I think time is running out. It's saying that things are, you know, feeling like suffocation, things are not going well, but you know, there's always a chance, or there's always a reason to fight against, you know.
There are more feelings in it, maybe.
Maybe it's probably a bit more personal as well. I think that's the thing, because this whole album was made from home, and so it's more influenced by everyday experience a little bit. So I think it's more personal sounding.
Well, I think we first became aware of Storm Thorgerson probably because of Pink Floyd.
We saw drawings on his website of drawings of ideas that he's never done, and he did some drawings of some people falling with like just the silhouettes. And so we had a meeting with him.
He likes to do everything real. Like, he doesn't want to, like, it's easy now with computers to put the shadows in, but it was all real. We had to like hang these like shouldn't really tell you really because it gives it away, but you know, we actually created the shadows there.
He wanted to find somewhere that kind of looked like it was on another planet, and trying to create this illusion of all these kind of souls flying away. It was literally like 20 huge, great cardboard cutouts of obviously the shadows on the album, which I just thought was amazing.
When we were making the picture, we were not sure, you know, what the meaning. I think every person has their own meaning of the picture, but I think for me, it's like a person. It's like the apocalypse is happening, and like a man is kind of, or the girl, whatever, is kind of looking up and looking all of the souls that have been chosen by God to go, you know, to go away, and the person is kind of confused why they have not been chosen.
Snake, have you seen Dr. Strangelove?
No.
It's about this insane American Air Force commander who sends a bomber out to drop an H-bomb on Russia. It's a black comedy.
Doesn't sound very funny to me.
The actor who plays Dr. Strangelove also plays two of the other main characters. It's actually kind of funny once you get past the scary parts.
Yeah, the video for Time Is Running Out was, the set design was inspired by the war room in Stanley Kubrick's film Dr. Strangelove.
Great atmosphere, great colors, great concept. Who was the director?
John Hillcott.
Yeah, we chose John because you know, like video doctors, like they put their treatment together for like the idea of what they think they want to do and stuff. His treatment was nothing really. It's just one sentence that said, "Let's put some women in uniform and see what happens." You know? And that sounded like a good starting point.
Matt then suggested having a synchronized dance inspired by the video of Around the World by Daft Punk, combined with the style of Dr. Strangelove.
And it's kind of taking the piss out of the idea of a secret government who are kind of pulling the strings of everyone around the world, but in reality they're just dancing around with a lot of women. And I think it's a bit of a kind of tongue-in-cheek piece, really.
On a personal level, are you happy? That's just the question that I keep asking.
It's like a form of communication that is beyond. I think it's beyond words, obviously. I think people who choose to make art or music in some way are people that maybe find normal ways of communication a little bit frustrating in some way, or they feel they want to say something that is more complex than just conversation. You know, I think so. I think making music for me is just like. It's just a way to get everything outside of my that is inside me, getting it all outside, and I think that's just a nice feeling. You know? I think there's only so much you can do in one life. You know what I mean? I think you've got to try and do as much as you can. If you are a person that likes creating, anyway, I think that it's you do feel the limits of time maybe because as your understanding is growing, you kind of realise that you don't ever really want to stop that growth. You know. I think Blackout's trying to be very positive and saying that, you know, the reason life is short is because if it was long, it would be boring, you know. So like, the idea of it being short is kind of, so you've got to make the best of it while it's there.
So you've got your records out here, the shows are getting bigger, you've just rocked the Fuji green stage. Where are you headed?
arenas.